talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
I'm not talking unless y'all giving me likes and 2,000 or more subscribers until we hit 100K. You hear me? Good. All right. Now listen, we're here to get into Real Housewives of Atlanta after show. All right. Make sure you're coming into the video. You're supporting the channel. You're liking up the channel. If you're new to the channel, then hey, bitch. Okay. Let us go ahead and get into this latest episode. So let us check it out.
What point did you let her in?
Well, she don't buy nothing anyway, so it didn't matter.
Coming up
Damn,
on the
now
Real
she don't buy
Housewives
nothing
of
anyway.
Atlanta after show.
The shade for Drew is too
Your
much.
name is Angela, your husband's cheating on you.
And you do not know this man.
At all. Nor his receding hairline. No, I don't know him.
Not the receding hairline too.
I did.
First of all, Britt never wanted Porsha to come to her house. She said she could never come to my house and be around my man.
No, I'm not divorced.
Still? My divorce is final.
Can we do a divorce party?
As long as there's a man.
Oh, they're gonna be men's.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta after show starts now.
There was this guy who was at the event, and he kept trying to speak to me.
Okay.
And he was like, Angela, I want to tell you something about your husband. Now, Cynthia, you know Charles. Like,
Yes.
That will be Charles Oakley Throwdown
Right.
part 25 if it went down.
Yeah.
Because I know Charles and his temperament. I was like, you want my number? Do you want to text me? And he was like, no, I want to tell you now. And I'm like, you know what?
Persistent.
I would like us to talk, just so I can tell you something that you might not know. Some things you might not know about her.
Oh, wow.
And you do not know this man.
At all.
Okay.
At all. At all. Nor his receding hairline. No, I don't know him.
I'm ignoring him. And then he's like constantly like in my ear. So he's like, well, I want to tell you something. I'm like, well, what?
If your name is Angela, your husband's cheating on you.
Doing too damn much.
Whoa, we're not doing that.
Too much.
I froze.
Wait. We didn't know. No, I didn't know it was a toast. So Charles heard him.
Charles was in his whole, like, he was in a vibe. Like, he kind of tuned everything out to the point where the man was there talking about he was cheating and he ain't heard a goddamn thing, okay? I said, Charles, wait.
He's still
Cooking, he didn't hear a thing.
Looking for a moment.
He was focused on that food.
I was like, girl, I need me a man that can tune out some like
That's
that.
how my
child.
husband is, though.
Tune it
They
out.
make the best marriages because it's like, yeah, okay.
He heard nothing.
when he cooks, he's like zoned
Well,
in.
praise God for that.
Thank God. Oh yeah, lives were saved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that guy did too damn much. Coming out there. It's just about how you do stuff. He was looking for a moment. It's cringe. I can't.
I was just stunned, and you know, Phaedra was like, "Don't you say anything." You know, people just
She's
want a
consoling
moment.
you.
She's
Yeah.
consoling
Definitely
me.
wanted a
That's it.
moment.
Never give anybody attention like that.
This is new for
Yeah,
me.
this is
Like, no, he
crazy.
about to get up. But I'm like, okay. And afterwards, I confronted my husband. I was like, this whole event was about you, and you missed it. And he was like, what happened? You know, he was just so aloof. He was like, well, you know, it was set up. You know, he was just immediately dismissive. Like, I know bull from real. And he was nervous. You could tell, like, he was sweating. Like, it was bad. And so
I don't know now, Angela.
Attention like that.
this is new for
Yeah,
me.
this is
Like, no, he
crazy.
about to get up. But I'm like, okay. And afterwards, I confronted my husband. I was like, this whole event was about you, and you missed it. And he was like, what happened? You know, he was just so aloof. He was like, well, you know, it was set up. You know, he was just immediately dismissive. Like, I know bull from real. And he was nervous.
Something about that don't sound right. Automatically saying he was set up and he was nervous and he was sweating. Okay. It's a little suspicious. You don't find that suspicious?
You could tell, like, he was sweating. Like, it was bad. And so I was just, at that point, I was just like, okay, I'm going to piece this thing together, because I did believe Charles. I did know it was some bull.
Tell me all about this event that you had, the Black Affair.
Okay, so the Black Glove
And I apologize in
shopping
advance.
experience. It was, you know, supposed to be a shopping experience where Dylan was gonna introduce his star
clothing line.
archive.
Very
Design.
nice.
However,
You know,
it sort of went awry immediately because Kelly came in.
she came in hot. She came in hot. You're all at my house.
She let you in
Did
the
she
house?
come in
And
hot?
Porsha. Oh my gosh, she let Porsha in the house.
Yeah, I did.
First of all, Britt never wanted Porsha to come to her house. She said she could never come to my house and be around my
Her
man.
I
husband,
used
right?
to have to stop
I
her
believe
even
that.
like while talking about it with you guys. Like she'd be like, I don't see how you friends with her. You trust her in your house? And I'd be like, yeah.
So I'm confused of how she even got there.
You can address me. I know that's kind of
I'm
difficult
so proud of
sometimes.
you. It's not difficult.
It seems
It's
like
not
it is.
difficult.
You don't have to be passive aggressive.
I'm not passive.
You're a little passive.
I'm
You're-
aggressive.
Wait, did we ever get to the nitty gritty?
We gotta get there. We
it got
gotta
so
get there.
bad?
We gotta get there.
It's about the glam
It was
team.
the glam.
At the Black Glove event, like, I had no rap
It's
for
not about the
Britt
glam,
because
baby.
Britt didn't show up for me when I needed her the most.
Thank you.
I haven't talked to Britt since Grenada. That's wild. No text, no call, no nothing.
Now, everybody knew I was going through my final divorce hearing, even though it wasn't final today.
Not only did she did not show up, she didn't call, she
Didn't
didn't
text,
text, she
nothing.
didn't send a Bible verse,
Flower.
she didn't send a flower,
a
she didn't
balloon, a
say
card,
like, how are
nothing.
you feeling, how did court go?
Nothing.
And I was
stayed with you
so-
till after midnight. And you did deserve to be supported that day. Britt should have been there that day. And the fact that she's never even come to you with a reason why she wasn't there, I hate that. Because the way you've rode for her is just, it's sad to see.
It is
I
sad.
have literally showed up for Britt in more ways than most.
You had a whole peace brunch. for her.
1000%.
Paid
Out of your
Peace
own money.
brunch,
for the
y'all.
brunch for her. And the fact that
IV drip. Brought the IV drip lady out, spent time with her. Still feeling down and out about some shit that she turns around and say wasn't even her to begin with. Then you sat up there and got her the person, the stylist for her for that time frame. And you about did something else for her. It's ain't no telling. So, yeah.
it held you 10 toes down, and you know, I stood up for you in rooms where no one else was standing up for you. And one thing that I've realized, when the energy is not reciprocated for one another, I have to leave that situation. Like, I can no longer pour into people that are not pouring into me.
I'm learning that now.
And when I arrived at Phaedra's event, it was just like, girl, I have no rap for you. What are you talking to me for?
When she came in hot, she came in hotter.
You better talk to your pill
Girl, you're so cute. Unless you want to talk about those abortions you had when you was married.
Baby.
Yeah, you missed it.
You were locked out.
Yeah.
Gonna share wing?
Baby, that's crazy. First of all, Britt posted a photo on her page and she looks absolutely beautiful. I will say it's the photo from that day when they were at this function. And she says, and this is why they're all mad. And I'm like, girl, that is not why they fucking mad. And you know it, okay? Not because you look good or because somebody styled you nicely, okay? No, it's because you're not a friend, girl. That's why they mad. But then the next post she puts up right behind it says, I love watching everything play out exactly how I knew it would. Bitch, you couldn't have known how it was going to play out because you wouldn't have found that summons the way that you did, okay? You filed the summons because you didn't like how you were looking. Everybody wasn't rocking with you. But now you're seeing that as we're watching the show play out, even though we didn't like you in the first half, and some people may still not, they don't fully disagree with your decisions or whatever the case is. You might have some people that may be on your side with some of these situations that's happening. And you still chose to do, you played your card. You should have just let the whole show play out how it's supposed to play out. And you still should have went to the reunion. In my personal, but again, we haven't seen the rest of the show. But okay.
Oh, nice, officer. Thank you for this.
If I was there earlier, I would have never seen the officer with the chicken.
Keep the streets safe.
And the officers were cute. This is where the real party at.
So I missed the blow.
You missed the blow up.
It was bad.
It became a
I'm going to hell.
dueling.
Set it off.
Yeah, they
Unload
went
the
low,
whole
she
clip.
went lower. She was in the devil's basement.
Even if this was at one point your best friend, you just say we're gonna let bygones be bygones. You go over there, I'm gonna go over here. Fine, you don't rock with me, I don't rock with you, whatever. It's what it is. But the things that she said about you in that moment made me, it brought pauses. I'm like, How can you ever say you love somebody like this and you go this deep and this dark with them?
I didn't like that. Okay, I get that they decided to go their separate ways in terms of the stylist. Like, I get that. Okay, fine, because that probably was gonna be short-lived anyway. But like, just let it be that. Like, now y'all gonna like go and air out each other's like deepest,
dirty laundry,
darkest secrets and dirty laundry. I just thought that was horrible. I don't like friends like that. I don't feel comfortable. Like, if we fall out, like I can't tell you the stuff that will go to the grave with me with women who definitely air me out, but I have a lot of integrity. We don't have to be friends anymore, but I will protect our secrets.
Yes, same.
I will.
Same.
Like, I just won't
so
do that.
important.
I think that is
Same.
just
I mean, she went
terrible.
for the juggler.
I understand. I have to say, because I do feel like if y'all was friends like before, I kind of feel like you shouldn't don't spill her tea. Although I might want to know a little piece, but like don't do that. Don't do that, girl. But Kelly did tell her she had a pill popping roommate now. But maybe the bringing up the abortions was extra low. I don't know, but y'all let me know.
I love my husband. Like, I married that man for him. Not for money, not for clout, not for anything, but for the love of, a union. And it just hurt me to see what my true reality looked like.
No, I'm not divorced.
Still?
I'm not divorced, and he went to jail today.
You didn't grow up with certain things, so you want to show your daughters like what that life looks like. You want to create this perfect opportunity and this perfect instance of what a family looks like. And I tried to do that for so long, and to see a person who I once loved and cherished and, would do anything for, turn against me for the sake of trying to teach me a lesson.
I can only imagine what it did to you, your esteem, your heart, because you were with this man for 11 years. And contrary to proper belief, like, yeah, you are that girl, but you were once his wife. And you have 4 beautiful daughters. No one deserves to feel that way. So I commend you on being strong and continuing to keep the lifestyle for your daughters. And even for him to be taken out of there in handcuffs. I just couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, is this a movie? And there was no remorse from his side. I'm just happy.
So you were there. It sounded like Shamia was there. Shamia showed up and actually went to the hearing with her, is what it sounds like.
Family there to support you.
I ain't gonna cry today because I just feel like I've shed enough tears. And my divorce is final.
Good for you. Good for you. Finally.
A Kelly that could be what you need. You never had someone like Kelly. Can't you see that you never had somebody like Kelly? Hey! I'm so excited for you. Are we gonna have a divorce party?
Can you give me one? Because you give good parties.
Of course, duh. Can we do a divorce party? Mm-hmm. Do I have free reign to do what I want?
As long as there's a man.
Oh, they're gonna be men's.
Okay.
So y'all know I'm a stickler, for being timely and being prompt. So I told them this wasn't just for our group. This was an event for some of our top clients. So I sent out a text message saying at 6:45, the doors will be locked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You sure
so
did.
Be there on time and specifically.
Glad I wasn't invited. No, I was.
You would have been on time.
I was on time.
And so, long story short, 6:45 came. I got a message from Drew saying it was traffic.
We're literally not moving.
Or something.
I guess it's always traffic.
Yeah, it's always traffic in Atlanta. I said, well, let me just sort of leave the door open to 7. Yeah. Because, of course, they were fighting like cats and dogs.
Let me tell you something, ho.
Long story short, honey, about 7:15, we locked the door. She still wasn't there. That girl gonna be late.
So you locked her out for real?
No, we locked the door.
Oh, for real?
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
She opened it up, though.
They're having us food.
Oh, they're holding it?
Yes.
Oh.
She
The
can
doors
come
were
in.
locked.
Yeah,
You
the doors
cannot
were
come
locked.
in. Shut up.
Because it's a seated thing and it's an actual like a fashion experience.
I
so
do
you can't-
understand where Phaedra's coming from because don't nobody want nobody walking in the middle of the event in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a time where we get a breaking point where it's not gonna look so awkward, because I'm thinking about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when they had their fashion show, right? And then who was running a little late? It was what's my girl name? Kathy Hilton. And she finally trying to walk in and sit down, and the show the damn started, and she about damn bumped one of the models into the pool. So I do understand Phaedra wanting to lock the doors and get everything under control first, right? Completely understand it. And y'all already know how traffic is in Atlanta. So you already know if you are 2 minutes behind the time you need to leave to get, to where you need to go, like, I feel like 2 minutes is a big difference. 2 minutes ago, you probably would have got there in 30 minutes. Okay? Now, you left 2 minutes after the fact, traffic has changed. Okay? It has changed, and it's probably going to take you an hour. It don't take much. It does not take much. So you need to make sure that if somebody telling you to leave the house, you need to leave the house 30 to 45 minutes earlier. Yes, you do. In order to get there on time, depending on how far you come at 1,000%. The traffic is crazy.
Get in.
She over there knocking on the door, child. I'm hollering. That's the reason Phaedra let her in. I feel like that's the reason Phaedra let her in, because she kept that. She like, girl, she gonna do this the whole time. This gonna be so distracted to my event, honey. Let me go and let these hooligans in.
I mean, that's crazy.
But at what point did you let her in?
Well, she don't buy nothing anyway, so it didn't matter.
Here she go. Here she go.
I got a blazer for my son.
I just didn't see you walk out the store with the bag.
If you read the message, the jacket's getting sent.
Let me read it.
They didn't buy anything.
But Drew, I hope you bringing that jacket to the reunion.
Same boat, okay?
Oh, no. But Ralph pays all the bills.
Oh,
she
wow.
didn't pay any
That's not
bills.
what she...
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
All right, next level.
Next thing.
Ralph is a musician.
Okay.
He's a producer. He is
I've never met
very,
Ralph.
very accomplished. People don't know that, but Ralph is brilliant. Like in real life, he's brilliant.
The only brilliant thing about his ass is that he went to Rutgers. But aside from that, I refuse to believe. He might do a lot of things as for, he producing it, but is he really making money from the shit that he doing? Like he over there making money off Drew? And I don't know why you have a hard on for her, but you don't even have all of your details right, in my opinion, about her. And you really just going in. I feel like you're doing that by way of Porsha. But if those roles were reversed and people start going in on you based on Apollo, and felt like if it wasn't for Apollo, you wouldn't have this. You wouldn't like that, right? You wouldn't like this. But let's keep going.
And he's a cutie pie, but he's super brilliant in real life.
He's super brilliant. He's super brilliant. He's super brilliant. You don't even know him like that, for real. He's brilliant. Girl.
When I met Asha, I was taken aback.
Okay.
Very kind lady. Anybody that would be willing to put their body through that.
Why were you taken
Absolutely.
aback?
Sacrifice their body to grow your family is godsend. Right?
Absolutely.
Here's Asha.
What the fuck is making you taken aback?
Good, how are you?
Good. Asha, you ready?
I am excited, I'm ready. Like, let's get this thing moving.
We did one round, we did a transfer with her.
Okay.
It did not take.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's a process. And just
But I need to know, when you first met her, what took you aback? Because you didn't have to choose her if you were so taken aback. You didn't have to choose her. So I'm confusion.
And
let's keep going.
Interacting with her, getting to know her, hanging out with her. She's a great woman. I don't want to speak ill on Asha, but she just wasn't a good fit for our family.
For your family,
So we
correct.
proceeded with a new surrogate.
Nice.
Who I'm hoping you get to know soon.
Yes. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how it works? Because you only have a certain amount, right?
Well, so people don't understand. There are two different things, right?
Okay.
There's IVF, where you're trying to create either you freezing eggs, or you're trying to create embryos and freeze embryos, or you're trying to go into implantation, which means that you're trying to implant an embryo in yourself or a surrogate.
Okay.
My husband and I had already gone through the process of creating our embryos.
Okay.
Asha was going to be the carrier of one of those embryos.
Okay.
But that whole process is a lot because you're having to go through stimulation, and for me, I had ovarian hypersystemic syndrome every time, which means that I was at increased risk for strokes and heart attacks. I couldn't work out during that time. That's me. You have to inject yourself mornings and at night.
Wow.
And then when it's time for your retrieval, it's increased, and you're going to the doctor every day until they take the eggs out of you. Then your husband, they combine the two. And that's how you create the embryo. Then they come back and they tell you, all right, well, we watched the embryos for however many days. These are the ones that are healthy and viable. These are not growing at the proper. Do you want to test them? We did further testing on all of our embryos. And I'm down to 3 embryos. This is over 7 years. I mean, since Shia was, 1? We've been trying. Wow. Just the journey of just being a mom, growing your family that's so a lot. Much. And we don't talk about it. People are always saying, yo, don't get pregnant before you get married. Make sure you can take care of your kids. Like, don't be barefoot and pregnant. Get your career out the way. But they don't tell you, like, you're born with the number of eggs that you're going to have.
Yeah.
Just this whole process has been a lot.
I commend you, friend. I commend you and G for, putting in that work to make sure that you continue to grow your legacy and your family. And
well, I'm hoping that I'm about 8 hours pregnant.
Not 8 hours.
We will see.
Okay. Well, hopefully things work out with Shamia and that family. I am glad that she gave us the update because I know there was a time where I was wondering what happened. Is she pregnant? Does the lady have the child? Are y'all about to have the baby soon, or what was going on? So I am glad that she gave us an update, but hopefully things work out for Shamia and her family. My biggest thing with Shamia is just wanting her to say that she also wants a child. A lot of times when we're seeing her on the show talk about her child, is her saying how good her husband is to her or whatever, and she wants to give him a child. But it also be seeming like she don't want the child. She just doing that because that's what he wants. And I will hope that that's something that she wants as well. But that's pretty much that. All right. You guys leave your thoughts and comments down below on how y'all felt about the after show. Of course, I am JamiThatsMe. You can follow me on social media at JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters. I'm silent. Nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification. Them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cash died at the ATM. And the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF. Got them trying to